Hello? Is this 1B? I've got an order here for a one nothing burger with no happening sauce and a side of lies. When it comes to internet kino, sometimes there are just slow days. It's a sad, inevitable fact that there are going to be days without any drama or spurgouts or anything. On days like that, I usually lay in bed, I kick my feet in the air, and watch my favorite YouTube channel, FouseyTube's. My personal favorite of theirs is called 5 Little Chuddies Jumping on the Bed. It does get me excited, and it also can calm me down at night when it's time to go beddy bye. But as much as I hate to say it, even FouseyTube kids can get old sometimes, you know? Especially when they're not uploading new videos. Post, please!
5 little chuddies jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said,
"No more chuddies jumping on the bed."
But if I ever get bored of FouseyTube kids, that does mean I'm pretty desperate for content. I'm desperate for something to stimulate me. But someone who has never failed me when times get boring, okay, when things are looking down, is my personal favorite LGBTQ Arab Palestinian activist with a tatted hairline, FouseyTube! Yay! Throughout the first half of 2024, my heart was broken because Fousey was nowhere to be found. It was a real tragedy because, you know, anytime I would go online, I would just basically check every morning to see what kind of wacky hijinks he was up to. Thankfully, though, back in June, he did release a bit of a mental health update with a giant wall of text that I refuse to read out loud, but the TLDR is he was at a low point. Now, some may call my attitude somewhat callous towards Fousey, and frankly, I would agree. I am a sociopath. I feel no empathy, but at the same time, when it comes to Fousey, he goes through a classic kind of cycle we've seen probably 20 times before, where at first he comes online, he's getting attention. Secondly, he gets kind of a massive ego boost from that popularity spike. Thirdly, his ego gets way too big and he starts acting insane. Fourth, he has the consequences of his actions where he crashes out on live stream and it's a real disaster. And then he hits rock bottom again. And it's just too many times to count. Like at this point, it's literally a cycle he repeats once a year, once every 6 months. Along with this wall of text, Fousey also posted a photo of what looked like him in a hospital, and it was possibly him getting his bald head massaged. I was kind of curious about that. Didn't really make sense to me what was going on there, but you know, I would massage it. I'm not saying I wouldn't. But what made him crash out to the point that he was getting his head massaged in a hospital by some Puerto Rican man? How did that happen?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago!
I was on my cell phone? No, I was just turning the GPS on, I swear. Look, I have a Tesla right here and I put it right here. I promise you, may God strike me down.
Fousey's actually been to mental health facilities and psych wards multiple times, so a lot of people assume that after he posted this little update wall of text, he checked into an actual clinic to get better, but he actually did the exact opposite and announced that he would be returning to streaming in June. The stream itself did pretty good, and according to Fousey, it capped out at 40,000 live viewers. But it's on Kick, so the stream was 100% view-botted, make no mistake. But it's still funny that he believes it, or wants us to believe it, I guess. Several fans were also pretty concerned about the fact that just 1 month prior, he had said he was at rock bottom. But all of a sudden, he's doing cartwheels in his return video while listening to Arab music. They're like, what's going on here? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing cartwheels? Why are you going crazy? Like, do I need to slow down? Were you in the psych ward like a few weeks ago? Fousey tweeted about not being in a great place still a month or so ago. Now he's back to screaming like a maniac 10 seconds in on his first live back after 10 months. He won't be happy with his numbers just sitting there, so it's only a matter of time before he's back on the streets, trying to push the limits to get those numbers back up from last year. This should be fun. And he was right. The first few weeks of Fousey's return would be pretty good. He would stream himself as a part of Ice Poseidon's Hunger Games, which was kind of like a fish tank type thing, but it was outside with paintball guns. It was pretty cool. A former fish tank contestant named Letty was even on the show, and she and Fousey had a little bit of a staring contest.
Go. Hey, you can't cheat.
Why?
These outfits don't cheat.
Stop.
Only bathers cheat.
You blink.
What's that?
The quality of this was much, much lower, and it was kind of hard to follow, but Fousey thrived in this environment. Roaming around in the wilderness in his natural habitat, he's a lion, okay? Hear him roar.
You're beta as fuck. I'm an alpha. I'm a lion.
In fact, everyone was so impressed with Fousey's alpha male lion dominance that he even got invited to a threesome, which you don't see every day, but good for him.
If it was with another girl that was into it, that'd be cool.
You don't do MMF threesomes, or you've never?
Never had.
Oh, really? Oh, I think it'd be a fun time.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Would you invite me?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if you would do it, yeah.
Now at this point, Fousey would also start doing 24/7 marathons, or as I like to call them, Fousathons. The name pretty much explains itself. He would fire up a stream and then stream nonstop and never turn off the camera. Even when he was sleeping, he would film himself snoring. And for a guy like FouseyTube, depending on how you view him, it's either a great thing or the worst thing in the world. In terms of being a content machine and constantly doing stupid shit, it's great. There's no complaints there. If for some reason you actually care about his reputation and you want him to repair it, then that's probably a bad thing. But keep in mind, his reputation has pretty much been in the sewer for almost a decade now, so it's not really coming back. It's pretty hard to go lower than he already has. Fousey would also collaborate with Ice Poseidon past that point, doing some IRL streams, and there's a lot of great highlights here, but my personal favorite moment was when he he accidentally got a trans individual on a date with him. I'm pretty sus about this. I feel like he might have known all along. It's, I don't know. His background isn't faking pranks, so it would make sense. And Fousey himself is a pretty zesty guy, as we all know, so I don't know, chat. I don't know. I think he might have loved it.
Have you guys always been women?
What? All right.
I mean, I'm just curious. I don't know. It's LA after all.
Don't worry about it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, get me out of
I'm gonna make them sit in this feeling that we're in right now.
But it didn't take long for Fousey's mental state to start slipping through the stream, and he started going on a sort of call-out spree. First out, he called out very beloved, non-controversial kick streamer Neon, saying that Neon needs to watch his back while he's sleeping.
Watch your back while you're sleeping. Oh. Watch your back when you're outside. Watch your back when you're in the toilet. Watch your back when you're in bed being spooned by Sam Frank.
Oh no.
But he wasn't done, okay? He freaking called out Aiden Ross and Sneeko about something. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. It looks like he's just kind of having the average FouseyTube chimp out, but who knows? All I know truly is that pre-workout is one hell of a drug, but he looks amped, and personally, I enjoy it.
Fuck, Nick's not here with the fucking camera. God damn it, man. And then when I yell at my team, oh my God, he's lost his shit, be humble. Then why the fuck on the biggest stream of my fucking life am I by myself with a guy I just met today who's never held a camera in his life on my Samsung?
These too many freakouts would come to an absolute peak the next day when his manager would tweet that he had gone missing and people didn't know where he was. He even put SOS in his tweet, which is like, it's a little funny. It's like, SOS, smoke signal, FouseyTube is missing. He's on an island somewhere. He's in fucking Castaway. The juice was officially loose. I like to imagine Fousey like sprinting around the city naked while his manager's trying to find clues of where he went next. But thankfully, Fousey's management would come around and post an update a few hours later. Family ran a wellness check. No one's home. Suitcases are gone. Car and garage. $1,000 withdrew from a San Diego ATM early. So not that thankful after all, is it? But rest assured, if anybody was worried about FouseyTube and his whereabouts, it wouldn't be long before Fousey's manager posted a new update saying that FouseyTube finally texted him back and everything was safe. Everything was okay. He was fine. He was in good spirits. Now, on one hand, Fousey definitely is mentally ill, so I kind of want to be like, giving him that credence, be like, okay, maybe he had like kind of, some kind of episode or something. Maybe his managers were actually worried, but I want to be honest. I think that anyone who thinks this is actually real is fucking retarded. I'm sorry. This is clearly fake. First of all, Fousey's entire background is in faking shit. That's like his brand. Secondly, the way he texts being like, he didn't want this statement to be public is a statement that he's trying to make to the world. Why would this text message chain be publicly posted if the fucking manager thought that Fousey didn't want the world to see it? Why does Twitter need to know? You like fucking call the police. Why are you asking Twitter where Fousey is? The police are going to figure it out. I know there's not 100% definitive proof here in a court of law that Fousey faked this, but it is my personal belief. I would bet a little bit of money on it that it was a publicity stunt to get more people watching his stream on Kick, basically. Whoa, what crazy thing's going to happen next? Is FouseyTube even safe? Check it out, only on kick.com/bald. But after his quote-unquote disappearance, it looked like Fousey's mental state would continue to get worse and worse and worse. I don't know what room he's in this video, but it looks like he printed out pictures of Aiden Ross and Andrew Tate and put them all over the wall. Anyways, when he's in this room, he's talking about how he's scared he might get sent to a mental hospital, which could mean one of two things. Or maybe it could be both. Who knows? His most recent crash out is a performative grift. It's much more performative than it is genuine. He's playing it up for attention. Or it's like an 8. Is that B? Is that B? I think is that B? You guys know what B is? B, being that his bald head is somehow connected to the waves of the future, and he's able to use his spider sense to detect when an imminent crash is about to occur. He knows when it's happening. He's self-aware now. After this prediction from the Oracle of Fousey, a clip of him started going viral of him freaking out because someone on his team left his dog Muffin in his car. His dog Muffin, not to be confused with his other dog Dollar, that according to Fousey, Keemstar made the song Dollar in the Woods about to mock him for his dead dog Dollar that he buried in the woods in New Jersey. Like, I'm sorry. We're going too deep here. Muffin is in danger.
With Muffin! Sir, go back. Oh my God! Sir, go back, please, to where you took us from. I'm ending stream. I'm sorry, Hannah.
No, that's okay.
I'm fucking sorry. Can you take it where we came from?
Him or his manager, I don't think he has a manager at this point because he has no money, so probably him, made a tweet regarding the situation afterwards, implying that Muffin was dead. I don't know if this is fake, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Fake! If this motherfucker or his team actually killed the dog, they would get instantly banned with no question, but also for sympathy. He does it for sympathy because he wants attention. He knows it stirs up the drama, gets attention on him. Basically with FouseyTube, like, I think he is mentally ill, but you can also never trust anything he says ever because he's a pathological fucking liar.
Wait a minute. Is that his fucking dog?
I'll forever protect you, and you'll forever be the dollar to my dream.
I'm sorry, but it fucking is.
Now, a few days later, we get another Fousathon, and this was the beginning of the end, this time anyway. At the end of October, out of nowhere, he would fire someone from his team out of nowhere, and his explanation was that... His explanation was, this isn't Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not kidding.
This isn't Chuck E. Cheese. It's G7. Okay. Have fun at your Chuck E. Cheese job, though. Okay. Take good pictures of Mickey.
Later that night, Fousey fired the rest of his team, and then he went freak mode.
Come here. Make me something. Really? Something big? Say it to my face! Suck you in the face, bitch! So me!
This clip got pretty popular, and Kick would actually respond the next day by banning Fousey outright from their platform. No, guys, not in the middle of his Fousey-thon. What am I gonna do? But actually, like, what am I gonna do now? I'm nothing. Fousey then talked about smoking and drinking in his Discord, but my favorite video from this era is his emotional crying response video, where he even openly states, he's like, the crash out is happening, I'm losing my mind, I'm going crazy.
Look, I'm gonna try my best not to cry. I've been under so much stress because I promised Eddie and Akil I wouldn't crash out like last year. That my adrenaline shot up and I don't even remember the last like 48 hours now that I'm out of it. And now that I calmed down, I'm realizing all the destruction that I caused, and this happens to me all the time. I'm not even gonna say here and say sorry because, but like I'm trying to explain to y'all, like now that my adrenaline dumped and I'm back to Yusuf and I open Twitter and I see what Fousey did, I'm like, I feel so much better now, though. I feel free. I feel so free.
Now, Killer Keemstar a day later would post, Fousey's employees reached out claiming Fousey told them last night he's going to kill himself. They are scared and just quit this morning. This is going to end bad. He needs to be hospitalized ASAP. Now, first, you may have thought this part was fake, but no, he is actually losing his marbles here, I think. Okay, I think this one was real. And the reason I say that is because a few hours later, a video of Fousey being arrested would get posted, making this the second arrest captured on camera of Fousey. Surely there won't be a third. Surely there won't be a third. And then the next day, Fousey gets released by the cops, and he immediately claims that Kick gave him a new deal, and then he's like dancing around the parking lot like a fucking jumping bean, making inhuman alien noises at the fucking moon.
They tried to keep the G7 president down? Really?
And that same day, Fousey actually had a conversation with one of the biggest streamers in the world, Kai Cenat, and Kai was like, bro, he's off his rocker, it's over. This guy has lost his mind. And then 24 hours after Fousey was released by the cops, he would go by a river, and he was clearly being pretty manic here. He was jumping around saying he was going to Gaiat himself several times, which, touchy. Not good, obviously. You know, that's not... Never yourself.
They know if they fuck up, it makes me go bipolar. Look at my eyes. I'm gonna myself tonight. Live. Kick.com/Fousey. Done.
And this is obviously a line too far for even Kick, so Fousey got permanently banned because of this. He had run out of chances. They were done with him. You know when Kick bans you, like, it's bad, right? Like, the website that's known to not ban anyone, the website that's made as an alternative to Twitch so that banned streamers can go there, that website banned you, like, you got to do something bad to get there, okay? Now, obviously, I still question how permanent this ban actually is, considering that Kick unbanned him in the past, and they are desperate for new big creators, but I suppose we'll have have to wait and see what happens there. About an hour after he got banned, a new video got tweeted by Keemstar, and yeah, I think this is probably Fousey in full actual manic mode. This is pretty nuts.
I'm gonna fuck your bitch and your wife in front of your fucking dead body.
And after that, Fousey went on a real hot streak. He apparently fired his therapist a few hours before getting banned, which was a very interesting piece of info. Now, in this next clip, I can't even tell what he's saying here. I think he's just spewing off whatever random word comes to mind. Like, I don't think there's anything coherent actually being said at all. You guys can try to decipher it if you want. It might be Babylonian manuscripts that I'm not good at dissecting, but I don't know what he's saying.
On a job, yeah, on a job, a mistake really is. Let's all talk in a circle while Yusuf hasn't eaten and vape and talk.
And literally 2 hours later, Fousey would get arrested on a beach in Australia after threatening to take his own nugget. Roblox, skibbity. You know, he almost did. He threatened to do it. I love how he tries explaining himself to the police when he says he retired instead of just getting banned. And and then he just throws in, I have chapstick, I am gay, and I don't know why, but it's awesome.
Right now, the internet's trying to fuck with me because I retired yesterday. Whatever they called you and said, they lied. I don't have a knife. I have chapstick. I'm gay.
But apparently while he was in his holding cell, Fousey received some not so great accusations from his ex-manager, which really sent him on a tear on Twitter. An ex-manager just texted my company today saying I raped a girl last night. Just got off phone with her. She was flabbergasted and said she had the best sex and asked if I needed to be picked up as I'm alone. My ex-assistant just texted me saying they all quit. Ha 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 ha. Posted from my holding cell. I don't know why he has a phone in his holding cell, but I guess he used his valuable right to a phone call to text Twitter to update G7, to update the fans. Fousathon, yeah. A day later, Fousey then got another brilliant idea, and that idea was to disown his parents, or I guess cut them off, not really disown them, because you kind of can't. I mean, they are your parents. But he had a really good reasoning for it, in fairness. I just cut off my parents because I was accused of today by the devil. I didn't want to bring down the Aracat family name. 3 hours later, I found out it was all a lie. I was protecting them. You wouldn't understand. You're a fan of people on the internet. You don't have the IQ, dummy. Go read a book. So because his manager accused him of something that he says he didn't do, he decides to cut off his family as to not tarnish their name. It's a very bold strategy, I can't lie. You know, it's not something you see every day. This is a very high IQ Galaxy Gas influence type move here. You guys need to get with it, frankly, if you don't agree with him. If you wouldn't disown your family over that, I think you need to be getting on board, okay? G7, Hustlers University, Skibbity Toilet, 6 milligram Cool Mint Zins, Galaxy Gas. Get on my fucking level. On second thought, though, I think the Galaxy Gas might be why he's tweaking out a little bit too hard here. It's possible. I wouldn't doubt it. Fousey's been hanging out with Lil T, I hear, and hey man, that gas, it just gets you in the stratosphere.
What's your name? Where you from?
Now, since then, Fousey's continued going on a major rampage, and literally in the middle of me recording, he's made this special little announcement in the form of a bit of a wall of text, all caps, of course, like every tweet he's been making. Deleting all social apps. Be back Sunday for the introduction of my new and Fousey will be deleted from the internet forever. Drake hit my line just to chat. This is Yusuf, your biggest fan. You know he's in a bad place when he starts talking about Drake again. Like, dude, the Drake arc is just too much, bro. He's definitely in full sort of one flew over the cuckoo's nest mode right now, and I still can't help but think that some part of it is performative because he definitely wants attention for it, but at the same time he's acting so nuts and doing so much crazy shit that like it can't all be fake. You know, he is mentally ill, and that's the thing about Fousey. Like, he is genuinely mentally ill. I'm not a doctor, but I assume he's genuinely mentally ill and literally is insane at times. That goes without question, but at the same time he's faked this kind of manic state by disappearing as a publicity stunt to get more viewers, and he's basically incentivized to crash out as much as he can because he gets attention for it. He leaves, and then when he comes back, people are excited to see him, right? He's simultaneously delusional, but also like really adept at manipulating. Thankfully, when you combine those things, they are at the very least, you know, entertaining. It's entertaining to see how crazy things are getting. The only real question is where he's going to go from here. Will he get unbanned from Kick? Who knows? I honestly wonder how far he'll actually go when he repeats this cycle of mania again. Like, how far will he push it? Will he actually end up in jail? We're powerless to stop him. All we can do is look on from the sidelines. So I personally am looking forward to seeing whatever happens, okay? We will be eagerly awaiting the return of the Grizzly Bears this Sunday. Oh, we will. We will.